You know when you look at someone and in 3 seconds you can already deduce exactly what their financial situation is. It's not intuition. It's not judgment. It's pure science. Princeton researchers discovered that the human brain needs only a few milliseconds to assess a person's social status based exclusively on the clothes they wear. 3 seconds for you to be categorized as refined or, well, not so much. And here's the problem. You might be sabotaging your own image without even realizing it. That piece you thought was a steal on sale, that item that looked super fashionable on Instagram, it might be exactly what's screaming, "I don't know what I'm doing" to anyone looking. Hello, I'm Carol, and this is Lucrative Elegance, where elegance becomes strategy and good taste transforms into opportunity. If you want to learn to be an elegant woman who uses your appearance as a tool for success, subscribe to the channel now, activate notifications, and leave your like, because elegance isn't luck, it's a conscious choice. Today, I'm going to show you 12 pieces that are literally revealing your social class, and not in the way you'd like. Because look, there's a huge difference between wearing a well-cut basic t-shirt and wearing a t-shirt with a fake Gucci logo that's peeling off. The first whispers confidence, the second screams insecurity. Remember Sex and the City when Charlotte wore that lilac Diane von Furstenberg dress to dinner with her in-laws? Simple, elegant, impeccable. Now contrast that with those reality show looks that mix total transparency, exaggerated cutouts, and fake logos. It's the difference between being invited to the club and being, well, not being invited. And before you think, oh, Carol, but so-and-so wears that and looks beautiful, yes, Gisele Bündchen could wear a potato sack and look stunning. But you're not Gisele, I'm not Gisele, and the reality is that we, mere mortals, need strategy. We need to understand that every piece in our wardrobe is communicating something about who we are, where we came from, and where we're going. The issue isn't having money, it's having knowledge. It's knowing that a genuine leather bag without any logo from a Brazilian brand is infinitely more elegant than a poorly made imitation of a French designer brand. It's understanding that less can be more, that quality surpasses quantity, that good taste has no price, but it has technique. Have you ever stopped to observe how truly elegant women dress? They don't need logos to prove anything. They don't use total transparency to get attention. They don't mix 10 trends in one outfit. They understand something fundamental. Elegance is the art of being memorable for the right reasons. And here's the truth no one wants to tell you. Fashion has become a trap. Influencers sell looks that only work for those who have a styling team, professional lighting, and Photoshop. Fast fashion brands copy luxury trends in horrible fabrics. And in the middle of all this confusion, intelligent and well-intentioned women end up investing in pieces that work against them, not in their favor. Because let's face it, you don't want to be judged by the clothes you're wearing. You want to be respected, taken seriously, seen as someone who has class and sophistication. And this doesn't happen by chance. It happens when you understand the rules of the game and play to win. During my years teaching at university, I observed how some students entered the classroom and automatically commanded respect, not through arrogance, but through presence. And others, equally intelligent and competent, went unnoticed. The difference? The way they presented themselves to the world. That's why I created this channel. Because elegance shouldn't be a privilege for those who were born knowing or who have infinite money. Elegance should be an accessible tool for every woman who wants to elevate her life, her opportunities, her self-esteem. And if you're planning to travel and want to be an elegant and sophisticated traveler anywhere in the world, don't forget to check out my ebook, Be Elegant While Traveling, Global Etiquette for the Sophisticated Traveler. The link is in the first pinned comment below because elegance doesn't take vacations. It travels with you. Now, about these 12 pieces that are sabotaging your image. The first one might be in your wardrobe right now, and I guarantee you never stop to think about what it's communicating about you. First piece, clothes that are too transparent for the context. There's a huge difference between sophisticated sensuality and, let's say, lack of awareness. When Rihanna wears a transparent piece at the Met Gala, she's at an event where boldness is expected. She has professional styling, and she understands exactly what she's doing. When you wear total transparency to go to the mall, you're communicating that you don't know how to distinguish occasions. And look, transparency can be beautiful when used intelligently. A blouse with lace details, transparent sleeves on an opaque piece, a dress with strategic panels. The problem is when the entire piece is transparent and you're basically parading in lingerie down the street thinking this is fashion forward. The rule is simple. If you need tape to wear an outfit in public, it's not for public use. Period. Second piece, clothes with excessive cutouts. Instagram has become a factory of illusions, hasn't it? You see an influencer with 500 cutouts in an outfit and think, how modern, how cool. But you forget that she has professional lighting, studied angles, and probably an entire team ensuring everything stays in the right place. In real life, these clothes are a recipe for disaster. Too many cutouts make you look like you're wearing clothes that went through a paper shredder. And worse, they rarely look good on real bodies with real movements in real situations. The problem with excessive cutouts is that they confuse the eye. Instead of enhancing your silhouette, they fragment your figure and create visual pollution that distracts from you as a person. And let's face it, you want people to remember you, not your crazy outfit. Third piece, exaggerated side slits. There's elegant slit and there's this thing some women are wearing around. A beautiful slit is one that suggests, not one that exposes everything. It's one that gives movement to the piece, not one that becomes a public hazard with every step you take. If you're walking down the street and people can see your underwear, your slit isn't daring, it's problematic. And the worst part is that often the person doesn't realize it, because they don't see themselves walking. But everyone around sees, and it's not an elegant sight. The ideal slit ends at most at knee height, or a few centimeters above if you're more daring. Anything beyond that enters the territory of help. Someone lend this woman a needle and thread. Fourth piece, t-shirts with fake logos. People, for the love of all that is sacred, stop this. A t-shirt that says Prada with peeling rhinestones doesn't make you look rich. It makes you look desperate. And everyone knows it's not real Prada, especially when you're wearing it at the Sunday market. The problem with fake logos isn't just the ethical issue of piracy. It's that they communicate deep insecurity as if you needed a famous brand to validate your existence. And paradoxically, they have the opposite effect. Instead of elevating you, they diminish you. You know what's much more elegant? A well-cut t-shirt in quality cotton without any visible brand. This communicates confidence, authenticity, good taste. This says, I don't need anyone's logo to feel valuable. Fifth piece, Lycra dresses with confusing prints. Those dresses that mix 10 colors that don't match each other and look like they were painted by a hyperactive child. Please don't. They're the fashion equivalent of shouting in a conversation. They get attention for the wrong reasons. The problem with Lycra isn't just the fabric itself, which is already questionable. It's that it usually comes accompanied by prints that assault the retina. Giant flowers mixed with stripes, leopard print with polka dots, tribal with floral. It's visual confusion that gives anyone a headache. If you want to wear prints, choose just one. And if you want to use colors, combine at most 3 that talk to each other. Your look will thank you, and so will the people around you. Sixth piece, outdated denim pencil skirt. That skirt that marks the hips too much and has that cut that hasn't flattered anyone since 2005. It's time to say goodbye. It not only ages the look, but creates an unflattering silhouette on most bodies. The problem with the traditional denim pencil skirt is that it was created at a time when low waist dominated. And when you try to wear it with the waist in the right place, the result is disproportional. Not to mention that overly structured denim creates that stuffed sausage effect that no one deserves. If you love denim skirts, invest in a more modern version, with an updated cut that respects your body's proportions. Or better yet, explore other fabric options that are much more sophisticated. Seventh piece, hair accessories that don't match your style. You have a completely classic look and suddenly appear with a neon acrylic hair clip, or use a hair elastic on your wrist as if it were a bracelet. These details may seem small, but they completely destroy the harmony of your look. The mistake is not understanding that every element of your look needs to talk to the others. If your style is minimalist, your hair accessories should be too. If you like more romantic looks, invest in delicate clips, not colorful children's elastics. And for the love of it, stop wearing elastics on your wrist. Carry them in your bag like civilized people do. Eighth piece, poorly maintained footwear. It's no use having 50 pairs of shoes if they're all peeling, dirty, or deformed. Poorly maintained footwear is the fastest way to ruin any look, no matter how expensive the rest of the outfit is. The problem is that we look from top to bottom, so footwear is literally the last impression you leave. And if that last impression is one of neglect, that's what will stay in the person's memory. Better to have 3 well-maintained pairs than 30 poorly cared for ones. Invest in a trusted shoe repair shop, clean regularly, and when the shoe starts showing signs of fatigue, Get rid of it without mercy. Ninth piece, bags or belts with fake logos. Same problem as the t-shirts, but worse. Because bags and belts are investments that should last years, so when you choose a counterfeit piece, you're committing to a long-term lie. And let's be honest, everyone recognizes a fake bag. The leather that isn't leather, the crooked stitching, the slightly different logo. You're not fooling anyone but yourself. Invest in a genuine leather bag without any logo. It will last decades and communicate much more class than any international imitation. 10th piece, clothes that don't fit your body. The piece that's so tight, the buttons look like they're going to pop at any moment, or so loose that you disappear inside it, or that marks all the wrong places and hides everything that should be enhanced. The problem here isn't your body, it's the choice of size. And I understand the resistance to accepting that maybe you need a larger size, but wearing the wrong size is worse for your self-esteem than any number on a label. Clothes that fit properly make you look thinner, taller, more confident. Wrong-sized clothes make you look uncomfortable, and discomfort is never elegant. 11th piece, excess visual information. The pants with 1,000 details, the printed top with a bow, the colorful platform sandals, the statement necklace, the huge earrings, all together in the same look. It's too much information for the brain to process, and the result is chaotic. Maximalism can be beautiful when well executed, but it requires study and technique. When you simply put together everything different you have, it's not maximalism, it's visual mess. The rule is, if you want to wear a statement piece, keep the rest of the look simple so it can shine. One thing at a time, always. 12th piece, poorly maintained pieces. The outfit you put in the washing machine even though the label said hand wash only. The dress you bought online and the fabric looks like paper napkin. The blouse that faded on the first wash. It's no use having a full wardrobe if half the pieces look like old clothes. Better 5 well-cared-for pieces than 50 mistreated ones. And taking care of clothes isn't just about vanity, it's about respect. Respect for yourself, for your money, for the image you want to project to the world. The truth is that elegance isn't about having a lot of money. It's about making intelligent choices. It's understanding that every piece in your wardrobe is an investment in your image, in your confidence, in the opportunities that can arise when you present yourself to the world in the best possible way. Because at the end of the day, you can have the most brilliant mind in the world, but if your appearance is communicating neglect or lack of knowledge, you've already lost half the battle before even opening your mouth. And this isn't superficiality, it's reality. The world judges by first impressions, and your clothes are literally the first thing people see about you. So why not make that first impression work in your favor? If you liked these tips and want to continue learning about elegance that transforms, subscribe to the channel, activate notifications, and leave your like. And tell me in the comments, which of these pieces have you had in your wardrobe? No judgment, just curiosity. Because we've all made mistakes at some point, and recognizing the mistake is the first step to getting it right. See you in the next video where we'll talk about the pieces that really elevate your look and make you look more expensive than you really are. Because elegance isn't a privilege, it's strategy. A kiss, and until next time.